but the hands coming down from Hasegawa as he's moving an awful lot more now. Sahaprom trying to cut off the ring, cut down the angles and just get his man in a space where he can try and get the shots on.
Testing the fitness and the training maybe of Hasegawa. Will that come into play in the last third?
Just falling a little bit short with his punches, Hasegawa. Just fighting a little bit tired in this round.
That's another one for Sahaprom, who's staging a mini revival. Let's stress it's only a mini one. He surely must be a mile behind on points. Marty Denkin, Hubert Min from America, Sergio Silva from Italy here in the World Memorial Hall.
Long line.
Here's the 9th round. Hozumi Hasegawa defending the World Bantamweight title against old rival Veeraphol Sahaprom, who's just been getting back into it, but a right hand floors Sahaprom, and he is all over the place at the start of this 9th round, and it is over. Hozumi Hasegawa celebrates immediately, and suddenly dispatching a right hook on the counter, and Veeraphol Sahaprom stopped for only the 2nd time in his life, his long career. Looks over at 37, and the youngster from here in Kobe, Hozumi Hasegawa, defends his title, Glenn, in style.
Hasegawa closed the show with a one-punch knockout. Terrific punch. Just as it looked as if he was starting to tire, he found the punch from nowhere, and he couldn't have done it any better in front of his home fans.
Only the 7th knockout in his entire career, but I'm sure the most spectacular. Where on earth did that punch come from at that stage in the fight?
That's the punch you want to find. When you're champion, you're defending your title at home against the man you took the title off, and he finished that in explosive style. What a way to win.
He showed us his skills, his speed, but what we didn't know is that he had that sort of power.
Well, his big punch has been with the left hand. That's what he's thrown all night. The uppercut, the straight left. It was the right hand. Switches, you see the left of Sahaprom comes down, leaves himself open, and a beautiful right hook, flush on the button, and Sahaprom is down. Beautiful shot, great technique, left himself open just a little bit, and Hasegawa found the angle, found the space, and brought that right hand in perfectly.
He beats Veeraphol Sahaprom for the 2nd time, and it looks now like the mantle has been well and truly passed. WBC bantamweight champion, look out for him.
Years, Edwin Valero of Venezuela has been travelling the world, simply blitzing all opposition. All 18 wins so far inside one round, equaling the all-time record. Now Gennaro Trazancos stands in the way of a piece of boxing history, which would be hard to surpass. Will he go the way of the others? Back to Glenn and first Adam.
Opportunity here to see arguably the hardest puncher in boxing, Venezuelan Edwin Valero, who's amassed 18 knockout wins in the first round in all of his 18 fights. It's quite extraordinary. Gennaro Trazancos will, Glenn, try to extend him, and if he gets it tonight, another one, he breaks the record.
Well, to say Valero is a good puncher is an understatement. He's exceptional. Everybody so far in 18 fights in the first round. So very, very heavy-handed.
Equaling the record that one-round Hogan set back in 1910. Can he make it 19? He has set the boxing world alight, this 24-year-old.
Well, Valero himself is quite open, being caught with a couple of shots as he walks forward, but he doesn't seem bothered about getting hit. He just wants to try and get his shots on.
Wild, gunslinging type of style from Valero. And Trazankos, who's won 21 of his 29, but has been stopped in 3 of his last 4. Normally lasts rounds.
Again, he's wide open as he comes forward. Valero, chin in the air.
Really just throws those shots in, left hand, and Trazankos has got to hold on.
Valero, a southpaw, but it's hard with both hands. Really free swinging, not much technique to speak of. Defensively, he's very open.
Just these big hooks that come in. He's got 40 seconds if he's going to break this record. Left hand. He's going to go for it, Glenn.
He certainly is. He's a good left and a right. He's got Trazankos going a little bit now. Another good left hand.
He's stumbling around. Trazankos looking for cover, and there's none of it as these big shots land from this dynamite puncher. Just gets slung to the ground. Not sure he's going to do this, Glenn. The bell's going to come any second. And just about Trazankos lasts. So Edwin El Inca Valero is the bell for the second round for the first time in his professional career. 19th fight, 100% knockout record, but he will have to share it, Glenn, with one-round Hogan.
Well, Trazankos didn't look like he was celebrating on his stool there at the end of the first round, having took Valero for the first time into the second, but that's what he has managed to do.
Been here in Japan before. Valero's had to travel around after failing a brain scan in America. It was due to a motorcycle accident he had when he wasn't wearing a helmet. But currently suspended from the States. I'm sure would love to have him back at some point. I mean, raw excitement. Not that polished a style, Glenn, it has to be said.
It's always good to see somebody that can really, really bang. He is open. Technique-wise, he's not the best, but he's obviously got that punch.
57 knockouts in 83 wins in the amateurs as well for Valero. Most of his professional opposition hasn't been top grade, as you'd expect. Trazankos just hanging in. Can he extend Valero further?
Well, Valero looking for the strong left hand. That looks his
body shot.
punch.
Body shot it was. Winded. Trazankos and Takeo Harada waved it off straight away. Little body shot. Trazankos complains. He really protests. But the fight is over in the second round. It's another knockout win for Edwin Valero. And, well, he must really be able to hit so naturally hard for that body shot to do that.
Well, it was a very good punch. As I said, he hasn't got the greatest technique. Defensively, he's wide open, and I'm sure there's bigger tests to come for Edwin Valero. But he's exciting. He's a big, big puncher, and he's going to cause a few sensations. There's the body shot. Tzankos had been under pressure, never looked like he had anything to trouble Valero, and it looked just a matter of time, and I think the referee knew that, and that's why he stopped it. Just on the way down, had to take another good left hand from Valero.
19 fights, 19 wins, 19 knockouts, but for the first time, won in round 2.
So I guess we could